Axel,
Yay! Okay.
Me'efo, Ata.
Me'efo ata?
I'm Israeli.
Next question. Can you marry to Japanese? シャローム皆さんこんにちは、すぐるです。皆さんお元気でしょうか。だいぶね、5月に入ってから暖かくなりました。はい。ちょっと前髪が変。ちょっと待ってください。はい。前回の動画で少しお見せしたと思うんですけど、新しいアパートに引っ越ししまして、だいぶですね、新居にも慣れてきました。今日はですね、冒頭でも少し流れた通り、イスラエル人の友達にインタビューをしてみました。本当にですね、このイスラエルについて、またイスラエルに住んでる人をですね、少し皆さんに紹介したくて、彼にオファーしたところ、快く引き受けてくれました。ぜひですね、この動画最後まで見てみてください。彼のバックグラウンドだったり、ヘブライ大学で日本語を勉強しているので、そのことなども聞いてみました。また、このシンプルなヘブライ語のですね、日常会話についても彼に教えてもらったりとか、少し前にですね、インスタライブやった時に、イスラエル人の方に聞いてみたいことっていうことをですね、いくつか募集して、そこから質問を聞いてみました。一気にですね、全部見せてしまうととても長くなってしまうので、いくつかに分けてアップロードしていきたいと思います。なのでですね、ぜひ皆さん、最後まで楽しみに見ていてください。では早速ですね、インタビュー見ていきましょう。
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing well.
That's good. That's fun. Yeah, I mean, thank you for accepted my interview. I'm pretty sure the viewers gonna enjoy this and learning much about more Israel. And yeah, so maybe can you introduce yourself like briefly, and maybe we can just start the conversation from there.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Yaron. I'm 25 years old. I live in Israel now, near Jerusalem. I go to Hebrew University also in Jerusalem. So yeah, I'm pretty much a native in Israel. And I met Suguru not so long ago through some Japanese students that also study Japanese in university as I do. So yeah, it was a lot of fun getting to know him, and so far he helps me also sometimes to be better at Japanese. So that's always great.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. Actually, he was the one who was kind of helping me with the previous video. You know, I made kind of video about like a simple Hebrew phrases, and actually I called him during the video and I asked him the pronunciation of like Achla. Yeah. Thank you for helping me that as well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you are Israeli, right? Are you Israeli?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So were you born in Israel?
I was born in Israel. Right. And when I was pretty young, my family moved to Germany. So I grew up some years in Germany, but then about 10 years ago we came back, and we've been living in Israel ever since. Yeah.
Right. So is your parents German, or are they Israeli, or?
So my mom is German and my dad is Argentinian, but he came to Israel, have Israeli citizenship now.
Wow. So you don't really have like Israeli or Jewish blood in you, but because you're born in Israel, so you are technically Israeli.
I'm Israeli as a citizen.
As a citizen, right.
Pretty Jewish, but not in the laws, of course.
So were you speaking German your family, or were you speaking Hebrew with your family?
Yeah. We were speaking German at home. We still do.
Okay.
But it's more of a mix now. It's more a mix of Hebrew and German and everything.
Wow, interesting. So you came back like at 2009 to Israel, and so you technically start learning Hebrew from that, right?
That's right. Yeah, I had very little knowledge of Hebrew when I came. Like small words like Abba and Ima and really easy words. Yeah, so I entered a language school, an Ulpan it's called.
Right.
And I was there for I think 8 months, and then after I came out of the language school, I pretty much understood basic Hebrew, and then I went to school.
Wow, that's amazing. What was like kind of biggest struggles of like by learning Hebrew, in a sense of like, you know, like a sound or like the words or alphabets? What was the hardest part for you to learn the Hebrew?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the hardest was just in the beginning learning the letters. The learning the letters and writing the letters and just reading a different alphabet it's always, you know, and yeah, it's not really straightforward in the beginning, but once you start getting used to it, it's not that hard actually. It's not like Japanese.
Interesting. Well, you mentioned about the Japanese, but you're learning Japanese in the university right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what's the hardest part of the Japanese?
I have the privilege, I guess, to learn Japanese in the university. So I have that pressure on me to learn like every day. I advanced pretty fast. So I think in the first 2 or 3 weeks, we already knew hiragana and katakana.
Wow.
Which we had to learn until like the first 2 weeks. So that was pretty intense in the beginning. But I think for me, the hardest part to understand was the sentence structure. So the way you build sentences in Japanese is totally different than I knew from German, from Hebrew, or from English. So that was pretty complicated.
Interesting. Wow. So how long have you been learning the Japanese?
1.5 years, almost 2 years, yeah.
Have you ever visited Japan so far?
Yes, so I've been to Japan in the summer with a friend.
Okay. Wow.
And hopefully I'll be there soon, you know, once everything is over.
Right. It's awesome. So what was your favorite part of Japan?
What was my favorite part? I loved everything. It's so hard to pick one place. I mean, it's an incredible country, and I've been there for 1 month. And we barely seen anything, you know. We've been to Tokyo, to Osaka, to Nagoya, Kyoto, Nara, different places, Okinawa. But there's still so much to see. You can't. You have to be there for years to see everything. So.
Sure. Yeah. What made you to have like an interest in Japan? Was it like an anime or?
Yes. So there are a lot of people that get to be interested in Japan because of anime. For me, it was more like. It was a couple of things. So first of all, I was always interested in different cultures and different places. So Asia was always like my main interest, the place that I always wanted to go, always wanted to visit. Also because my mom was there as a young child, and she always told me stories about Asia. And then also, of course, Japanese TV shows as a child. And I don't know, it just intrigued me more, I guess, than, for example, China or other countries. So yeah, that was why.
Interesting. You know, I know that in Israel you have to go to army after you graduate high school. Did you go to army as well after you graduate high school?
That's right.
Wow. How old were you?
Yes, I did. I was 18, so I just finished high school, and it was a month after I graduated high school. Yeah.
Wow. So how long did you serve in the army?
So it changed recently. Now the army service is 2 years and 8 months, something like that. But when I was in high school, it was still 3 years. So I did my 3-year service.
What was like the biggest like events or like the things that you experienced during that time?
So I went to the military police. It's not combat, but it's also not like a desk job. So it's you're fairly active. You have things to do. I went to the military in 2013, and in 2014 there was some people call it a war, some people call it a military operation. It's called Tsuk Eitan, Operation Protective Edge. So I was part of that. It was the big thing, you know. It was the last big war or operation that Israel had in 2014.
Wow.
So yeah, I was near Gaza during that time,
Wow.
doing all sorts of stuff that the military police had to do there. It was a very interesting time also.
Sure.
Also not very safe.
Definitely. Right.
Yeah, so learned a lot about myself and a lot about the people, and yeah, very interesting.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. It's just like, it was a very culture shock for me in the beginning when I first came to Israel, that, whenever I go to like a public transportation, such as like bus or like a train, I saw a lot of like a young boy who is holding a gun, and I was like, wow,
Right.
This is like a real PUBG or like a real Call of Duty happening in here. I think it's just very normal for you guys. It's like after you graduate high school, you go straight to
for us it's like reality.
Right. Yeah, that's
For sure.
That's pretty
it's a part of the culture. The army is every family in Israel knows that at the age of 18, every boy and every girl has to go and has to do it. It's a big part of Israeli life for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Once you go into the army, you're considered of age, and you have a lot of responsibility. From being a high school student with no worries in the world, a couple of months after that you have a gun in your hand.
Right.
And you can kill people. So of course it's a big step, and everybody leaves the army different. Nobody stays a child after that. I think that's a big part why people at age 21 in Israel are already very mature and have a lot of life experience. Maybe that is different in other places in the world, I think.
Definitely. Yeah. For sure. 最後まで見てくださってありがとうございます。本当にですね、このインタビューをしてながらたくさんいろいろと質問していたんですけれども、僕も今まで聞いたことなかったことだったりとか、彼から聞くことができました。本当にこのイスラエルっていう国はですね、とてもユニークな国で、ダイバーシティがあると言いますか、多様性がすごいある国なんですね。だからイスラエル人って言っても本当にいろんな、国の人の方がいたり、出身が全然違ったりするので、本当に、そういった話を聞いてみるととても面白いなというふうに思います。このヘブライ大学に何人か友達がいるんですが、たくさんのね、このイスラエル人の学生さん、日本のことが大好きなんですよ。みんなこのアニメだったり、で、このアニメだけじゃなくてね、日本史が好きだって言ってくれる人がいたりとか、あとこの日本の文化にとても興味あるっていう、方だったりとか、本当にたくさんいてですね、僕自身この日本人として励まされます。軍隊の話が出ましたが、イスラエルに来てからですね、いつ歩いていても必ずこの軍服を着たね、若い人たちがを見ます。彼らは本当に命がけで、この国を守っているんですね。でも彼らはそれをやりがいというか、彼らは本当にそれを自分のミッションとして感じていて、この誇り高い素敵なですね、その心を持ってみんなこの、軍隊に仕えているんですね。これからもうこのサババジャパンを通してですね、皆さんにこのイスラエルってどんな場所なのか、イスラエルにはどういう人がいるのかっていうことですね、引き続き発信していきたいなというふうに思います。これからもですね、こういった動画を上げていくので、ぜひチャンネル登録の方よろしくお願いします。皆様の上に神様の豊かな祝福とシャローム、平安がありますように。バイバーイ。